Oh, we don't need to do that. It's like this. Yes. Your eye looks better. Your eye's looking better, girl. I need to get a new battery. Oh, your feet are so cute. You gotta get your foot in. All done. All done. All done. Come here. I love you. Oh, I love you so much. Good morning, you guys. My camera died. That's okay. But we are doing what I eat in a day, exclusively breastfeeding while working out. So I was 8 weeks postpartum on Saturday. Today's Monday. And I'm just putting some eye patches on because I'm really tired. But this is something, okay, I've never used these before and they're kind of big. Normally I just use the gel ones, but these will do. This is something that obviously is so new to me, breastfeeding while working out. And I've been loving learning about it because there's so much stigma around like you can't work out, blah 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 while you breastfeed, and that's actually so not true. I've been doing like a lot of research on it, and if I can, I'll post some like articles about it. But it's actually like really good for your milk and your baby to work out while breastfeeding. However, to keep up your milk supply, you need to be drinking tons of water. And a video that I watched, don't quote me on this, said you need to be eating a minimum of 1,800 calories, which you probably already do anyways because breastfeeding, you're so hungry. But obviously when you're working out, you are burning more calories. So you kind of have to like offset that. But I got really scared probably week 6 when I kind of first started. And obviously your milk is still establishing and regulating, but I wasn't having like a ton of letdown like I normally would. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's from working out. I was like, oh, like maybe I shouldn't do, what I'm doing, this, that, and the other. And then I was like, hold on, no, like let's actually research this because there's so much opinions on it. And essentially I just needed to chug way more water and eat a few more snacks and everything was totally fine. So I'm just going to show you what I eat in a day working out while breastfeeding. And first is like drinking tons and tons and tons of water. So I'm doing hot sculpt Pilates and lifting. And so I'll do like hot sculpt Pilates about 3 times a week, and then I'll lift about 2 to 3 times a week. But I am working out 5 days a week for sure. And it's not to bounce back in any way, shape, or form. Truly, working out is just a part of who I am, and I love it for my mental health and just feeling stronger and working towards something. It's just something that's a part of me. I've been working out for so long, and it just brings me so much happiness and joy. Bless you! Oh my goodness! So we are going to make some brekkie so you can have some good milkies. Yeah. What are you so mesmerized with? Okay, so I'm gonna whip up some breakfast. I'm just gonna do some eggs, sausage, and some avocado. This baby. We do butcher's box, which is very, very, very nice. And we get steaks, we get ground beef, Italian sausage, chicken breast, and that just saves us a ton on meat. And then we also have a ton of deer meat from Trevor hunting and shooting deers. So we're like set on meat for a hot minute, which is the most expensive part of a grocery haul, to be honest. That and snacks, which is annoying. But I'm gonna pull out some steaks tonight. Judge me for using a paper plate. I don't care. I'm trying to use the rest of these up from when we had family. But also one thing I forgot to mention was eating a ton of healthy fat. So this is half of avocado, 3 eggs, 3 sausage. And yeah, this will keep me really full.
With some different kind on everyone's bingo card. And I'm talking to plant the stars and stripes for the plant.
workout class. It's been a few hours. Today has honestly been so weird. I've just been so abnormally tired, I guess. And we really just had a cozy day. We watched the inauguration, and I like got bits and pieces here done around the house. And honestly, was just having a lazy day, and like that's okay too, you know. But for lunch, I made Trevor and he just had like a media day thing for work, so he didn't have any inspections or anything, which was really nice. He was able to come home around like 12 and just like help, and it's so nice. Oh my goodness. So I made us Trader Joe's cauliflower rice, which I love, sweet potatoes, and then I got some grass-fed beef patties from Butcher's Box, and they were so good. Just topped it with cheese and then half of an avocado, and that was lunch. And then now I am having a protein bar, and I have a hot Pilates. It's called the Pulse class, and it's basically just a full body Pilates, hot. So on days where, gosh, I really hope that air was not blasting the whole entire time. I'm filming on my phone. My camera, it was like I did not have the mental capacity to hold it out. Like I said earlier, I do hot like sculpt classes, and then I'll lift. The lifting days are just super intense, and so on those days I'll have a few more extra snacks, and I don't track macros or calories or anything like that. On days where I have like the hot classes, I just drink a ton more water and have, you know, like maybe one extra snack, and really just listen to my body. I'm gonna film a lot of my workout. I'm trying to get there early so I get a spot in the back, so I'm like not filming other people. Love the workout place that I go to. One of my really good friends showed it to me, and now it's so fun because we work out together, you know, when our schedules align. Studio's a vibe, everything's a vibe. I go to HYLO in Knoxville, and I do have a discount code with them for your first month's membership if you're a student or do the unlimited. Everything will be in the description. I post a lot of content and reels about it just on my Instagram, if you guys want to know more about that, if you're in the Knoxville area. It's just something I look forward to. And when you're postpartum, like freshly postpartum, like getting out of the house and, you know, getting sunshine and like sweating and working out, community, it's so good for you. And it's just, so you'll see when I film, it's just such a vibe. So I'll see you when I get there.
Last two. Good deep breath. Let's add a lift with our upper. And strongly squeezing through those shoulder blades. You always have the option to drop. We are taking it back down for 2. Lift. 2. Find your breath. And we're right there with you. A 1-inch lift. Your right hip is even with you.
Last thing before I go inside and make dinner. So Sadie's pediatrician, who is really natural, was telling me, obviously we live in East Tennessee, and it's currently 21 degrees outside, so it's really hard for her to get vitamin D and like be outside, because like I am bundling her up when we're outside, like on walks. So he was telling me if I supplement with a certain amount of vitamin D, then she gets it through my milk. So he recommended, they have like all the supplements at their office, the Dr. Green Life vitamin D3 plus K2. And so I haven't taken this today. So I just keep it in my car because I'm always in my car every day. So I know I'll take it. And then usually I take seed probiotic and then my beef liver, but I cannot find my pill case. So I need to find that. I'm so excited about this. My mother-in-law bought me leggings when she was here. I ordered the wrong size. I was a little too, thought I was the same size pre-pregnancy, humbling. But I just returned them and then like got credit. So I ordered the same ones. But these, I got them in navy. They are a size 8, but they're the mini flares. And I got them in a short. So the regular is way too long. If you're 5'2" to 5'4", get short. But yeah, here we are. Okay, just waiting on the rice to finish up, but we have some grass-fed steak, some fajita veggies, and then just waiting on the white rice. And then I'm gonna throw these on there. So she ain't cute, but she's good. Steak, rice, veggies, and some sauce. Okay, hi you guys. I know the lighting is not all that great. I'm still trying to figure it out. I've been editing footage that you've already seen, and I was like, dang, it's really not a lot. And I've been meaning to film like a postpartum update / like birth Q&A. I asked on my Instagram if you guys had any questions about like birth or like what I would do next, or just like my experience overall. If you haven't watched my birth vlog, it would make a lot more sense, so go ahead and watch that. So that being said, I'm just going to answer a few questions that I received on Instagram. First question is, after having the epidural, would you do it again that way? Honestly, no. It's kind of hard to explain because it was like very tailored to that situation. I would not change anything about my birth the way it happened, and I ended up getting an epidural after like 27 hours of labor, and I just was not progressing because I had the worst back labor. So I was like, okay, give me the epidural, like I need sleep. I was just so done. For my next, I don't want to get it if I do not have to. Like if it was the same situation as the last, like maybe obviously I'd consider it again. I do not want to opt for it if I physically everything if I can. The next question is, did the epidural hurt? No, because they just do like a little thing of lidocaine and it's like a little pinch, and then I was like a 5. I was at a 5 for like so long. My contractions were so intense, so I'm like, you can handle a little pinch of lidocaine, like you're totally fine. But they did miss the first time, and they like went too deep, and like literally felt like I levitated off the bed because it was like shocks going through my body, like they hit a nerve. I don't know what they hit, but yeah. With that, so like no, the epidural did not hurt. I ended up getting the epidural headache, which it was kind of delayed. I was like, no, I'm not gonna get it. But so many of the anesthesiologist doctor team came in and was like making sure I didn't have it, but I ended up having it. That was the worst part of postpartum because I could not stand up without my head feeling like it just got blown off. Like I had the worst headache, and the only relief I got was laying down. It was awful, and it ended up going away after a week. Next question, is there a food that you have not been able to eat while pregnant that you can now? Honestly, like everything. Spicy food, I had the worst heartburn, so I was like, no spicy food. Soda water, I love soda water, but it again gave me the worst heartburn. Like fruit, like more acidic things, I would just stayed away from because my heartburn was just awful. And it makes sense because like she literally has so much hair. I'm like, I don't really know if I believe in wise tales, but I believe in that one. Next question is, what's the biggest lesson you've learned during postpartum? The biggest lesson I've learned, I would say communicating your needs to your partner, because you need help. I'm very independent, but you need so much help in the beginning, and like as you're figuring out how to be a mom and like how this whole thing goes, like truly you are a whole new person in the course of like however many hours it took to get your baby here. Like you truly are a different person, and it's so beautiful. But it's like you and your partner are both navigating everything. And I think the biggest lesson that I learned was like communicating effectively what I need, like being very clear and just like being honest and communicating like, okay, if I feel a bit more hormonal that day, I'm just, not feeling myself. There's so many opinions about postpartum and like when to work out and this, that, and the other. And I would just say do your own research, because working out to me has been the biggest lifesaver. It's just a part of who I am. And I started working out, obviously not hard or anything crazy, week 5. Like week 5 I was in the gym, and it just felt so good to have some time to myself. It was like an hour, and Trevor and I communicated when, hey, can you watch her? and just do your own research and listen to your body. Next question is, how important was it to have a support group during all of this? I could not have lasted as long as I did without the epidural if it was not for my husband and my sister. They were insane, speaking so much life into me. I just could not have gone as long as I did without them. And of course, like the power of prayer and just talking to God the whole time kind of makes me cry now. Basically, all of my family was here right when I got home. And that, I feel like, is when you need the most support, because you are laying down, you cannot move, you shouldn't move for like at least 5 days. You're navigating breastfeeding, like you're really just like posted up in your room, like with your baby on your chest and just like having the best time. But like, with that being said, you need people to get you water, you need people to get you food, you need people to help you go to the bathroom. Like you need a ton of support. And it was just, gosh, I'm so blessed to have the family that I do, because we just all show up for each other, and it was just amazing. Next question is, what was the hardest thing mentally for you during labor? I think the hardest part for me was not progressing while having like contractions every 2 minutes apart for a minute, every minute apart for a minute, and even longer. Just the intensity of my contractions were so close together from the jump, and I was not progressing at all. Like, I think I was at a 3 for like 12 hours with the most intense contractions, and obviously I ended up having back labor. That was the hardest part. Actually, 2 things. Yeah, just not progressing with the amount of pain I was enduring, and then also being told I had to get transferred to the hospital. That was a gut wrencher, because obviously we chose to do a home birth and do the midwife route for a reason. I didn't want to go to the hospital. Like, everything was so beautiful. I swear God handpicked every single person at the hospital, all the nurses, the doctors, everything. Like, sincerely handpicked every single one of them. They were amazing. I just was like, Lord, this is your plan, this is your way, like, just be with us now. Let's just have a safe and healthy birth. Like, I really did not care about me. I just wanted her to be healthy and safe, and me to be healthy and safe. And when you get to that point, that's really all that matters. And when it comes down to it, that's all that matters. Another person asked, did you eat during labor? And yes, I surprisingly was very hungry, and my sister and I were talking about it when I was going through my contractions. She was just saying, like, God allowed you to be hungry because he knew how long this labor was going to be for you. Like, you're eating because you need the stamina. So yeah, I actually did eat quite a bit. Favorite thing about being a mom? Gosh, so many things. Are you awake? Just like watching her grow. Now I'm 8 weeks postpartum, so she's 2 months. Watching her just like hit little milestones, like smiling. Also just the beauty of mentally, you're just so much tougher. It's so beautiful, and it makes you rely on the Lord for strength, because like you're just exhausted, but you just shock yourself at how much more you can do. The epitome of being a mom, like, you just do it. There's like no questions asked, you just do it. Doesn't matter if you're tired, doesn't matter if you're hungry. Like, it's very selfless, very sacrificial, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have no idea how much it means to me for your support. I know there's so much you can do with your time, and like taking the time to watch my videos really means a lot to me. So I'm just so grateful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you want to see in the comments. That being said, thank you so much again for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next. Bye.